It is the rock station Z93, and it is my honor to be joined on the phone by Jeff and Dean from Stone Temple Pilots. I apologize. I know it's early on the West Coast for you guys to be doing this.
Very early. Very, very.
Quite all right, though. It's lovely waking up with you, Matt. Won't be the first time.
I've never heard that before in my 34 years of existence, that it's nice waking up to me, so I appreciate that. Before we talk about the new album, which is out now, I want to talk about Jeff's introduction to the band. Dean, it's been well documented that you guys went through a process to find Jeff. You went and you basically requested submissions, auditions from a whole bunch of different people. Thousands of people submitted to be the next lead singer for Stone Temple Pilots. Was there ever a point as you're sifting through these thousands of auditions that you thought, we're never going to find the right guy?
Absolutely. We went through, so just, I don't know the percentage of this, but we went through well over 20,000 submissions. I personally put over 100 hours behind my computer. There were certain criteria to be filled on everyone that submitted. We only auditioned 40 people out of 20-some thousand, and those 40 were narrowed down to maybe 2 or 3. And at that point, Robert, Eric, and I were scratching our head, and I suppose Jeff will take this one to his grave, and so will I, that he can have the last laugh because he never submitted. I did all that work for nothing.
I had to make you earn it, Dean.
Yes, you did, my friend.
So you go through all these submissions, and then somebody suggests, hey, man, you should check out this dude named Jeff.
Named Jeff.
Yeah.
What do you think? What did you think when you first heard Jeff's voice?
I was excited to get together with him. I was really excited to get together with him, and that first day we got together was pretty cool, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, absolutely. For me, it was mind-blowing because, I knew at some point I was going to be standing in a room with the guys in Stone Temple Pilots, but when you're actually standing in a room with them and they're playing the song and you're singing it, you're kind of like, life has taken me to some strange places, but this one is very cool.
So once the audition wraps up, Jeff, do you leave there going, yup, I've got this. I'm the next lead singer of Stone Temple Pilots?
You have to feel that way, I felt that way before I got there, just because I knew I had all the tools were in my toolbox and I could do the gig, and I could do it justice, and that was very important to me because I'm a fan of them first, and then, that'll never change.
That's interesting to hear you say that because in a way, I'm a fan too.
Yeah.
I love getting in a room and Robert brings out a song. You're like, that's really great, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I wish I wrote that. In a way, I'm a fan too, and it's not so much I'm a fan of STP. I'm a fan of like when we're in a room and it's a real personal thing. And like I said, Robert pulls out a song and it's like, that's really beautiful, man. And then, if I have the ability to stumble upon something and pull something out and it's well received, that's
the process of getting through it and how it changes and morphs and all of these other things. It's an amazing process that I wish everyone could see when they hear the final product because it's very cool.
Joined on the phone by Jeff and Dean from Stone Temple Pilots. So once you decide that's it, Jeff is our guy, what's the next step? Do you go right into the studio?
Well, ours was a little backwards. This was a decision that we could not get wrong. So we basically courted one another for, what do you think, Jeff, like 8-10 months?
Yeah, it could have been a pregnancy.
Yeah, and it wasn't until well after the third trimester we gave him the gig.
Exactly.
So, Jeff, what was it like being in the studio for the first time you're there with Dean and Robert and Eric from Stone Temple Pilots, and now you're there hearing the songs they've already written that you now get to sing on.
Yeah, some of it happened that way. Some of it we wrote in a room together further down the line, but you know what? I've been in a lot of like really expensive, crazy studios with all these huge producers and done all those things before, and we made this record at their house, so it was very more family-oriented and laid back, and there wasn't all this pressure, and it was just really, it really helped me, like, I didn't have any restrictions on me. I didn't feel like I couldn't do anything. I felt like, everything is safe here, and all your ideas are welcome, and if it's bad, we'll talk about it, but, thank God most of the things I came up with weren't too horrible.
So you guys are out there, you're rehearsing, you're recording, and people are starting to ask, okay, who's the new lead singer of Stone Temple Pilots? How difficult was it to keep that a secret in the age of social media and paparazzi, and people are trying to always figure out the answers before you actually announce them?
Actually, I moved to L.A. and kind of hermitized myself and just kind of focused on the back catalog and all those things, and moving forward and the things that I was writing at the time. And so a lot of it was that, I just kind of removed myself from the mess and the noise and kind of hid
check this out. So it must have been awful for you, man. We have a meeting. This is about 9-10 months after we were well into recording the new record. We were writing a lot together, of course. Recording the record. The record was probably halfway done. It's then, after probably nearly a year of hanging out, we met at our management office, and we said, Jeff, we'd love for you to be the singer of this band, man. This is your band, And he wasn't able to tell anybody. How awful is that? But I mean, it's just.
There's one more thing of that's just one more. Like when I first got in the music industry, that would have mattered to me, and I would have cared about that. But I've gotten to this point where it's not about that for me. It's not about the personal recognition. It's more about the music now. And so that for me, I guess it was perfect poetry that I couldn't tell anybody, but it was. It was kind of cool having a secret that no one could know.
And now the secret is out. You guys have played some shows, and the new album is out, which has got to feel awesome. It's been out for a few days. What has the reaction been like from fans?
You tell me. How's it going?
I mean, we played Meadow here on the station, and I think a lot of people were excited that STP has been back. I mean, you guys, it's been a while since you guys have released an album, so to hear new music has got to be exciting for fans.
Well, it's exciting for us, and I think if it doesn't transpose there, how's it going to transpose anywhere else? So for us, it's really exciting. We're rather sequestered. We kind of we just got done doing a tour. We were on the road 3 weeks, doing 6 shows a week, and honestly, I don't know how Jeff did it, but every morning we'd see one another. I'd ask him, how you doing? And his reply was the same every time. Great. I'm great. I'm like, how's your throat? Great. I'm like, wow, man. Like, incredible to sing over the racket that's behind him.
The new album is out in stores now. You can pick it up on Amazon, wherever music is sold. Jeff and Dean from Stone Temple Pilots, I appreciate you guys taking a few minutes to call in this morning.
Thanks,
Matt.